What difference will it make to everyday life by renaming Allahabad as Prayagraj? Everything will remain the same: shops, streets, alleys, intersections, and me. But I was in deep ignorance.
पर्वती पताए हर हर महादेव.
For years, many kumbhs came and went like mere fairs for me, which is why I never even imagined a journey from Allahabad to Prayagraj until I became acquainted with Sanatan, until I myself witnessed the divine Maha Kumbh. सर्वे भी तू सर्वा भी तू, जीवन भी तू मृत्यु भी तू, सत्य तू असत्य हम, भगवन तू मनुष्य हम, शिव तू सुंदर सुंदर, शक्ति तू सब कुछ तू, मैं कुछ नहीं, भगवन तू मैं कुछ नहीं, जीवन तू मैं कुछ नहीं. Kumbh is a scene where the earth, sky and water sway in the rhythm of cosmic music. The chants of devotees from all directions echo at the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and the hidden Saraswati. This was the moment that arrived after a long wait of 144 years. The Maha Kumbh, which comes after 12 complete Kumbhs, is not just a religious ritual but the pinnacle of Indian culture and spirituality. Let us take a step back in time. Prayag means confluence, where Mother Ganga, Yamuna and the now extinct Saraswati merge. Prayagraj is one of the oldest cities in the world, and at one time it was a pilgrimage site, the king of all pilgrimages. The confluence of three rivers, the Triveni Sangam, is not just a geographical or religious location. It symbolizes the unity of physical and spiritual worlds, offering a place of peace and contemplation for millions. The Kumbh of 2025 was organized in the state of Uttar Pradesh. It was the world's largest public gathering. On any given day, more people congregate here than the entire population of some countries. It is said that such a massive event is not managed by humans alone, but by the divine forces themselves. More than 20,000 sanitation workers, over 50,000 security personnel, countless admin staff, doctors, volunteers, paramilitary forces, disaster response teams, and laborers played a role in the grand organization of Maha Kumbh. The Ministry of Tourism digitized the mythological stories of Kumbh, making it even more unforgettable. A temporary city spread over nearly 40 square kilometers was built around the Sangam, providing accommodations to about 10,000 groups, with millions of devotees coming for a holy dip daily. Additionally, keeping cleanliness in mind, the government constructed 150,000 toilets. More than 1,000 special trains were run to reach Prayag, and their numbers were increased on significant days. My journey from Allahabad to Prayag felt like the soul transitioning from the material world to the divine. I was entering a spiritual realm beyond my imagination. I was about to witness the Maha Kumbh. As soon as the sacred call of Maha Kumbh resounded, countless sages and devotees from around the world began to flow towards the holy event, welcomed by the wave of the Ganga. After their holy bath, they immersed themselves in prayers and rituals according to their traditions. This is the Kumbh, where despite infinite differences in language, attire, sects and cultures, the eternal truth is sought, God, the Self, and that too through countless paths that resonate with individual foundations. It is said that when the gods themselves take human forms to bathe in the sacred confluence, the Maha Kumbh occurs. This is the time when planets, constellations, and celestial forces align in a rare conjunction. I have heard of the divinity of the Maha Kumbh in the stories of my ancestors, and today I am witnessing it unfold before my eyes. Who knows how many years my soul has waited for this moment, and now it has arrived. Kumbh represents the eternal principles of Sanatan. Kumbh is the purification of the body. Kumbh is the liberation of the soul. Kumbh is the destruction of sins. Kumbh is the path to progress. Kumbh is the festival of bliss. Kumbh is the opportunity for salvation. This is Maha Kumbh. Where the current of faith and devotion flows, special arrangements are made for the sages and saints of various Akharas. The temporary camps are like the beginning of a new chapter, where religion and penance blend. Worship and rituals at Kumbh are not just ceremonial acts, but profound spiritual practices rooted in deep purity. The belief is that worship here leads to self-purification and salvation. Devotees receive the blessings of saints, engage in discussions on dharma, yoga, and the mysteries of life.
Hello, my name is Anandita. I am from Russia, and I have been interested in Indian culture for many years. I watched Kumbh Mela and wanted to come here. I have Guruji here, Vali Baba, and he asked me to come. I was very happy, and it was truly a great experience. I had no expectations. I just felt the need to be here. It turned out to be the biggest experience of my life. So impressive, so deep. So many sadhus, so many darshans, sangams. I am full of impressions and deeply grateful to be here.
The tradition of Akharas is deeply rooted in India's ancient heritage and Sanatan Dharma. Akharas are originally groups of saints symbolizing religion, yoga, spirituality, and physical strength. The Akhara system is believed to have started in 8th century by Adi Shankaracharya. He established 4 major Akharas in India and organized saints to protect dharma through scriptures and weapons. Today, there are 13 major Akharas in Indian tradition, divided into 3 categories. Shaiva Akharas, they are worshippers of Lord Shiva. Vaishnava Akharas are worshippers of Lord Vishnu and his incarnations. Udasin and Nirmal Akharas are associated with Sikhism and saint traditions. The concept of 13 Akharas was based on science and logic. Each Akhara was established to balance physical and mental discipline, and their grand procession fills the entire atmosphere with spiritual energy.
हर हर गंगे का गूंजे नारा, श्रद्धा का सागर खुला है प्यारा, धूप और छाँव का खेल निराला, कुंभल में झूठा है जन समुदाय सारा। संत और साधु की तरोली आई, भक्तों की खुशबू चारों ओर छाई, गंगा के नारे मेला सजा है, हर तरफ है उल्लास की परछाई। कुंभ का मेला है अनोखा, सपनों की बगिया है ये रोशन, हर दिल में एक नई वायु मंग है, भक्ति से भरा हुआ ये जीवन।
सुनैना में 1 नंबर पर चला टावर के पास
In the vast ocean of devotees, people are anxious to move towards the Sangam. The fear of getting lost lingers, but they find ways to stay connected. Some hold hands, others grasp garments or tie strings around their wrists to keep together. Amidst this search of faith, both separation and reunion go hand in hand. Before the first rays of the sun touch the Ganga, the entire atmosphere is illuminated with divine radiance. The river bank is overflowing with millions of devotees in different attires and traditions, stepping forward for the sacred dip. Some wade in gently, waist deep in the water, while others submerge entirely in reverence to Mother Ganga.
अमृत की धारा मोक्ष की धारा संतों की वाणी.
Entering the water is not just an act but a moment of profound transformation, as if shedding all sins and worldly attachments to embrace pure consciousness. As devotees invoke their family deities, Vedic mantras elevate their souls, freeing them from material bonds. These chants resonate with the eternal energy of the universe. The waves of the Ganga embrace this faith, flowing forward as if Mother Ganga herself is purifying her devotees of their sins. In this extraordinary scene, devotion, faith, and tradition merge seamlessly. Traditionally, Kumbh is the sacred gathering of sages and saints. From Kedarnath to Rameshwaram, from Puri to Dwarka, from the Himalayas to the Western Ghats, from the Ganga to the Kaveri, the streams of wisdom, the currents of meditation, the waves of consciousness make Kumbh grand and divine. With a sense of Vasudev Kutumbakam in our hearts, eyes filled with devotion, minds filled with spiritual curiosity, and steps moving towards the divinity, we find ourselves in the presence of saints whose blessings and wisdom illuminate our paths. In the shade of ascetics, every traveler finds rest and rejuvenation. Within these temporary shelters, people not only find respite but also attain spiritual peace through the satsang and the divine wisdom of sadhus. Large community feasts are organized everywhere, where an uninterrupted flow of food and water is provided. It seems as if God Himself is making food available to the hungry and water to the thirsty, according to their consciousness. In the spirit of devotion and service, humanity attains its highest form, where no one is an outsider. Everyone is part of the same family, all children of the same Brahma. Even though India's image on the world stage has been limited to poverty and blind faith, we had already proven our spiritual depths thousands of years ago. While Western civilization was once considered a symbol of modernity, today the West is embracing India's eternal culture.
Om Namo Narayan. First 4 times. This place not only for human. I feel that place present all kind of beings. Muni, Rishi, Devata, Apsara, Kinara, Gandharva. Every kind of deity, every kind of sage, every kind of spiritual persons come to that place. This 400 million people at a time, but all beings together it's billion, many billions, and I feel it. I feel this energy, I feel this Rishi energy, Muni energy, I feel this very old Purana, ancient energy from Shankaracharya, from Dattatreya, from another persons. I feel it and I'm very lucky to be at that place, make a praying, make a Havana, make a holy snan with Naga Baba. Hara Hara Mahadev, Hari Om Namo Parvati Pate, Hara Hara Mahadev.
When we witness the extraordinary Hatha yogis, accomplished saints, and mysterious Naga sadhus in the grand spectacle of the Kumbh, we realize that India is not just a geography but a living consciousness. Ash covered bodies hardened by penance, sages immersed in deep meditation, eyes ablaze with spiritual power, every image is filled with divinity and mystery. The mere sight of these great saints blesses humanity. According to the Bhagavad Puran, Vishnu Puran, and Padma Puran, the gods and demons churned the ocean to obtain nectar. During this churning, when the pot of nectar emerged, a struggle broke out between the gods and demons to possess it. In the scuffle in the sky, drops of nectar fell at 4 places. In the east, at Prayagraj on the banks of the Ganga. In the west, at Ujjain on the banks of Shipra. In the north, at Haridwar on the banks of Ganga. And in the south, at Nashik on the banks of the Godavari. This is why, whenever the same planetary and stellar positions reoccur, the Kumbh Mela is held.
I started learning some information about this, and I've learned that it's the most powerful, the most really Maha festival all around the world, around the universe. People are coming, gods are coming to visit these nuns, to be at this place, to visit all those yogis, and this is very nice experience for the whole life, I think. And the most important thing is kindness, is this brotherhood, when you can care about someone. And you can feel this. You can feel that people are doing this practice like years and years and years. And this is why they are shining from the inside. And you can feel from different cultures how it is to feel God every moment. This is what I learned. To see those people who are in connection with God always.
Xuanzang, a renowned Chinese scholar, traveled to India in the 7th century. In his text, The Records of the Western Region, he mentioned that the Kumbh Mela is at least 1400 years old. During that time, King Harshvardhan also organized an assembly at Prayag every 5 years, where he donated all his wealth and promoted religious equality. This is considered the foundation of the modern Kumbh Mela. Bathing in the Kumbh is linked to astronomical science. It is believed that during this period, positive energy on earth intensifies and the waters at certain locations become infused with divine powers, making them particularly medicinal and energizing, bringing peace to both body and mind.
गंगा स्नान का कोई महत्व नहीं है। ये हादसा किसके लिए हुआ? पब्लिक के लिए। जब साई निकलता है दूर से देखो, नजदीक में जाओ, अग्नि के हाथ डालोगे तो हाथ जल जाएगा, हाथ जलेगा। वही हुआ है। महात्मा के तुम देखने आए हो, नागा देखने बना दिए ना, समाधि बना दिए, उन्हों से लाल हो गया। तुम अपना हिसाब से आओ, नमस्कार करो, जाओ, साई हो रहा है, अगर तुम्हें मौका मिले तो जाओ, नहीं तो महात्मा लोग के दूर से दर्शन करो, चले आओ। बाद में उन लोग के स्नान के बाद वो पानी अमृत होता है। तुम पहले जाके डुबकी लगाओ कि अमृत कहाँ मिलेगा?
For the Akharas, the royal bath in the Kumbh symbolizes power, renunciation and self-purification. However, the Godal Akhada does not participate in the nectar bath. Instead, its sadhus primarily grant final rites by bearing other sadhus in a meditative posture as part of their deep spiritual practices. A special spiritual practice is being conducted for a disciple from Russia, but this ritual remains a mystery. Only the guru and disciple are aware of its profound secrets.
Sacred things I can't speak it for most people. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's sacred for me.
In 2013, on the night of Mauni Amavasya at midnight, I was walking when someone stopped me. They asked, "If you're not going for the holy dip, why are you here?" I replied, "The Ganga will descend from the sky itself." As soon as I said this, the sky roared and it began to rain. Strong winds carried heavy downpours. My tent collapsed, falling over my head, and water poured down on me. Even the sacred fire pit was drenched, extinguishing the ritual fire. In the blink of an eye, the entire Kumbh Mela was in chaos.
There is never a night at the Kumbh. Life pulsates in every moment. Rituals, discourses, and divine plays continue in the sages' camps. Somewhere the sacred fire burns, while elsewhere the echoes of devotional songs fill the air. Meanwhile, the Aghori ascetic of the Kinnar Akhara engage in tantric worship of goddess Kali at midnight. The rhythmic beat of the damru and the chanting of mantras create a mystical atmosphere. The flames of sacrificial fire tremble, casting flickering shadows on the ash-covered bodies of the Aghoris. This esoteric ritual awakens divine energy and tantric forces with every chant and offering. A group of Naga sadhus was returning after their holy dip. I felt that I had missed witnessing that sacred moment, and a sense of disappointment set in. As I tried to hold on to the remaining moments, I realized that I had become separated from my friend in the immense crowd. Taking a dip at the confluence now seemed impossible. Suddenly, I noticed that the path to the Sangam was clearing for me on its own. I couldn't understand how this was happening, but within moments I found myself standing at the Triveni Ghat. Journalists and photographers from across the country were waiting eagerly. The administration was alert and the crowd was being pushed back. Just then, a massive procession of sadhus began moving towards the Sangam behind me. As they approached, police vigilance increased. Even the sadhus themselves signaled the masses to step back as they gathered at the ghat. Among them were many Naga sadhus. To control the crowd, the police resorted to force. The only way to avoid being trampled was to step into the Ganga. When the Nagas, Sadhus and Mahants roar as they enter the sacred rivers, it's not just a mere dip in the water. It is the pinnacle of renunciation and an act of complete surrender. At that moment, the rivers flowing at the Sangam seem to be guarding their own divine nectar, inviting the entire universe to partake. The lines of saints, the war cries of Naga Sadhus and the faith of millions of devotees gave the confluence an unparalleled aura of divinity. And then the Naga sadhus begin entering the waters. Just like mischievous children eager to play their favorite game, their celestial bathing scene seemed to possess the power to halt the very cycle of time. The sound of conch shells echoed all around, the fragrance of incense, the glow of lamps, and the collective chanting of sacred hymns created an atmosphere where it felt as if the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, were themselves present in the grand confluence. I felt a little uneasy. My emotions were overwhelming me, affecting my ability to work, but somehow I composed myself and etched that scene deep into my soul.
बम बम भूले गूंज उखड़ा है गगन सारा गंगा किनारे नागा साधु का जयकारा बम भूले ज्वाला बन के बड़े हैं शस्त्र उठाए काल को भी डरे हैं शिव का तांडव हो रहा पाप ये मेरे धो रहा सदियों का है ये इंतजार गंगा मैया का पावन प्यार रुद्र की सेना ज्वाल समान शस्त्र उकराए बड़े महान तांडव हो रहा पाप ये मेरे धो रहा सदियों का है ये इंतजार गंगा मैया का पावन प्यार रुद्र की सेना ज्वाल समान शस्त्र उकराए बड़े महान तांडव हो रहा पाप ये मेरे धो रहा.
But today, the doors of destiny had fully opened for me. It felt as if the Naga Baba was asking me, "Son, when will you cleanse your sins?" And then something priceless happened. My own journey was complete. The energy of the sacred waters reached me as well. Even if only for a moment, I too became Shiva. It was a rare moment in my life, and I wanted to pass down to future generations so that they wouldn't have to wait lifetime to travel from Allahabad to Prayag, from India to Bharat. Har Har Mahadev.
कुंभ का मेला है अनोखा, सपनों की